don't forget to subscribe for more reviews. Please also like. Thank you.
Hello there everyone, Tom here again, and today we have the privilege of taking a look at the War for Cybertron Seige line Springer. Now, I don't really own any other Springer. I've been meaning to buy one of the MP ones, but the only other one I have is this one, Legend Scale. So he's well, he's a little bit bigger than Legends, but he's probably going to be our example here. So this is WFC S38. Here is the front of the box, side of the box, back of the box, side of the box, bottom, top. Transforms in 25 or 26 moves, so yay for all that. Alright, what do you say we crack it open and take a look at what we have inside? Wow. Pardon me. I have undone a lot of boxes in my day, but wow, that was just rough. That was, oh, excuse me, that was just painful. It was painfully rough. Alright, so old Springer here comes with his instruction book, and let's see, yeah, I ought to be able to hopefully work with that. Hopefully. Comes with two swords, little gun, big gun. Okay, so apparently this piece right here has some molded detail. It's part of the helicopter blade. We get two of these. More molded detail. This is just begging for a little dry brushing. Plugs in like this. Plugs in like this, he says. And that makes the helicopter blade. Okay, I can get behind that. Then we have this gun here. Again, some molded detail. Not bad. This would look, I think, a lot better in a gunmetal. Separates, so we get that look. Okay. Oh. Look at that stress mark. Can you all see that? Is it focusing in on that? Can you all see that right there? Huge stretch mark. Oh well. Pardon me. Let's zoom in on our figure here and take a look at him. He has exceptionally nice blue eyes. It's coming on down. We've got some yellow paint that's been sprayed in here, as you can see. He's got some of that battle damage. I'm not much of a fan of that, but it's what they're doing. He's got more of it up here. He's got a whole lot of it through there. Prominent Autobot symbol right here. This is a mustard yellow, mustard orange color. It's slightly different from this one, but not by much. Coming on down, we've got no paint. This is plastic. We've got a little bit of silver right here. Some more of that damage going. Yeah, he's Springer, all right. All of his glory. So here he is looking in the front. There's the side. There's the back. He's got more damage on the top here. And there's the side. Alright. Articulation. The head can turn all the way around, but it's not happy. It's on a mushroom peg right there. Probably can't see it, but it is. It can't go up or down or side to side. Arms can do... Can they? Arms can't do a full... Well... Nope, arms can't do a full 360. When they pull off the mushroom peg, that's a pretty good indication that they can't do that. They can go out to there, so he's a little bit shy of doing wee. Alright, the elbow is a single hinge. You can see the pin right here. Maybe. Man, what's up with my lighting today? You can see the pin right here. Single hinged elbow. It just looks, they've started doing that angled to give the impression. The wrists can rotate, and they are a fixed piece there. And can he hold his weapon? He can hold his weapon, so yay for that. The waist has rotation, about that much. It's what would be natural in us. It's stopped by this piece right here, if you notice. And it's not gonna really go around it. The legs looks like universal joints, so he can definitely do the full Chinese and the full American. So bully for you, brother, bully for you. Thigh swivel is built into this mushroom peg that is very evident right here. He's got a lot of evident pegs. Oh well. Built in right there, so it is a proper thigh swivel. The knee bends right here. Gives you more than 90. I guess if you really needed to, you could use that transformation joint and get some funky thing, but it really destroys the sculpt. The ankles can give you a full, you know, Karate Kid thing going on right there, or Van Damme or whatever. They go up, they go down. Yeah, not bad. He's okay, I guess. Let's see here. Height-wise, he's coming in at 6.5 approximately to the top of the head. Shoulder to shoulder, we're looking at 3.5, we'll say. Depth wise, we're going to have to eyeball this one, folks. We're looking at, let's call it 2 3/4. Pardon me. Alright, so let's see, we've looked at him, we've measured him, he can hold his weapons. I suppose the next thing we need to do is scale comparison. Lastly, we'll show him with Cyclonus and Nemesis Prime. You're buying Autobots again. What do you expect, Nemesis? It's what Hasbro's putting out. I don't trust that hand. Where's it been? Nemesis, just hush. I like the guy in the purple. The guy in the green looks like a wussy. Well, what do you expect, Nemesis? I mean, you're smaller than he is. I am not. We've already established I can be as big as I want to be. Yes, but not in this instance. Hey, don't touch me! Quick, quick, quick! You're getting that look in your eye again. How can you even tell? Do you even have eyes? Do you? You got that red visor red bit going on over your visor, but do you even have eyes? Of course I have eyes. How else do you expect I can see? I don't get this handsome, you know, not being able to look in a mirror. Shouldn't you have sensors or something? Shut up! I don't get paid to have this kind of abuse from you. What the hell? Nemesis, you're interrupting the review. You were simply supposed to be here for scale. Would you kindly please stop touching me? Ah! Sorry, folks. Nemesis sometimes has problems. That's a violation of my contract to say that. Ah! Okay, so we're going to try and transform old Springer here. And I need to point out his weapons will store in this configuration on his back. We don't need them while we're transforming him, but just be mindful that they will. Pardon me. Alright, so also let me say his transformation is relatively simple. I've done it 2 times now, but there are parts that move that are kind of, I'm not sure how they do it, but they do it type things, and I hate that for transformations, but it is what it is. So first thing I start off doing, this is not what the instructions show necessarily, but I go ahead and I open these up so I don't forget them later. These are going to come and clip into the hands right here. Yep, just like that. We'll get to these here in a minute. Now, there is a clip right in here that slide back and out. Can you all see that clip right there? It's actually a hook clip. It's actually a hook. And it goes into this recess right here. So when you're putting it back in, you put it in and slide it forward, and that locks it in place. But to remove it, pull it to you and out. Just remember that. Or away from the socket and out, however that works. You can't see. Oh, I'm sorry. For anyone that's never messed with the camera before, it can be problematic. Go ahead and rotate the head around. Now, these parts right here are fillers. They just come out or off, depending on your sensibilities. Off, on, you know, what's the difference? Go ahead and pull this forward and pull the head as far down as it'll go. On mine keeps wanting to rotate, and when it does that, it won't line up properly. So try your best to keep it there and push it down. This will snap in place just like that. It's got grooves and stuff. Can I show that again? I don't know. This is the biggest part that aggravates me. This part right here, because you have to line this up. This will go into that groove right there, if you can see it. This will go into that groove, and it'll encapsulate his head in this section right here. And it's very limited clearance. Since this is the 3rd or 4th time I've done this, it's done pretty well. There are little notches right here that'll fit into those pegs, or those pegs will fit into, rather, I guess it should say. Alright, now we can come back here to the legs. Well, we've got a chance. The legs here are going to just collapse upwards, but before you do that, you need to come in here and pop up that little thing right there, just like that. Come in here, pop up this little bit, and pull it out. Close that back off. Like I said, the legs will come up. Push these up, these feet up, and just rotate the legs in. And you can see they've got that little grip thing there. They'll just kind of slip right into place like they're supposed to. Almost as if they were made for it. Stop trying to be funny, Tom. It's not your best attribute. Get off the screen, Nemesis. Alright, now we come to this, and here is a locking pin system, and I have to tell you, it's not got a notch on it, you know, but this is, once you get this in there, it's solid. It does not want to come loose. That is a breakage point. Be mindful when you are transforming it back. So there's the back end of the car. The front end of the car, you bring these. Alright, so these feet here, these two flaps on the feet have to come up underneath this bottom part here of the part with the glass, or the clear translucent. So you've got to wiggle it in, just like that. These can just kind of get out of the way for now. You're not done with them yet, but you can get them out of the way. Now, there are hooks that'll go around the feet right here. See these? They'll go around this section, and there is a pin right here that's going to go into this port, and lining it up can be, shall we say, problematic, but it will go. You just have to kind of push on it and fuss at it and whatnot. Now, the last step here, we need to move this arm with these out all the way up, and then there's a pin right here that you can see that's going to go into this port right here, and it can be tricky making it work, but it will go. You saw it go right there. So this goes up all the way, this comes in, and you just got to kind of make it work. Now, the last step is to squeeze these together, and they'll fold right in. See how I did that? Just kind of push them into place, and here we have the car. Now, the car measures in at approximately 6 1/4 long. The widest point on it's going to be right here, 3 1/4 approximately. Height wise, and we're looking at right about 2 inches. Now, in this mode, we take our weapon here, and I think we do it like this, I think. Although for purposes of this, I'm going to do it just like this, okay? You got options here, folks. Put this on right here. Put this on right here. Man, these really need painting. And we hook it in right here. And you've got a mobile thing. Yay for mobile things. If you don't want it mobile like that, then you can do it the way that I did initially and just plug it in right there. And just put it in right there. And I actually kind of think that looks better. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me know. But let's take us a look at it, shall we? In this mode, in car mode, you can see more of that battle damage coming through quite a bit. I want to zoom in just a tinge here. You can see a lot more of that battle damage, as I said. Mustardy yellow. Battle damage. It's all the same yellow. It's all the same paint. It's more orangey mustardy than anything else. More of that battle damage coming down the figure. You see a butt-ton's worth of battle damage right here. More orange paint that actually did fairly well up to right in there. More orange paint, more battle damage. That silver on the knees comes through right there. The wings are unpainted plastic. The rims are unpainted. The tires are just black tires. Let's see. It sort of rolls. Part of the difficulty that I have here is getting it all leveled. I mean, parts of it are taller than other parts, and it's just not wanting to stay together the way that I want it to. But it's okay. I guess it's okay. And it's got those you know, battle master spot things. So if you wanted to, you know, definitely do this, you could. Throw these in here for good measure. You know, I mean, you got options here, folks. You do. You got options. So, yeah. I mean, I think it looks goofy, but what does MGO say? It's a thing you can do. Hopefully I don't get a copyright violation for that. Alright, so let's do scale comparisons here, and then we will go into airplane mode. So to transform Springer here into his airplane mode, it's not too difficult. It is easier to go from this mode into the airplane mode than from robot mode into it. First thing we need to do here is just pull these up. We can rotate these down. Let me raise it up just a tinge. Open these up, open this up. This is on a sliding joint. We open it up, rotate this around, bring this down as we do so, so that that clip right here is going to rest on top of that, and then we just close our hand back. Once again, excuse me, we open this up, open this panel up all the way, it just comes around, rotate and bring this in as we do, and clip that back together. Now we'll get to the rest of this here in a minute, but for right now that's all we have to do. Pop this open, rotate these and unclip them here at this clip right there. I've noticed that if you rotate them like this, they'll open up easier. Alright, now we need to rotate 180 degrees at the thigh joint, and this thigh joint will collapse in on itself right here, just like this. Okay, just like that. Now, we want to, let me make sure I get this right. I may have to do this once or twice. Open this up, and let's see, we gotta do something with this. What are we doing with this? I can't remember. Oh yeah. This comes around like this. This rotates in so that this will sit like this, so, and then this comes back. Okay, I didn't explain that at all. This is what it needs to look like. So, alright, we're going to open this up. We're going to pull this and rotate this so that it's flush like this. This will come down and around, and then this will come out, remembering to leave those open. At this point, you can pull your hip the rest of the way in, he says. No, really, you can. Bring this down, bring this down. There's a pin and a port. There's a pin that'll go into that port and one that'll come over, and these two will snap together. Start with the back, pop that in, pop that in, pop that in, and if you've got your hips together properly, you can just squeeze those until they get where they need to. Alright, and that's basically the tail end of the helicopter. Now, this is going to come in. It was up here, it's coming all the way down, and you can see how it sets in that groove right there. Alright, this comes down, and these pins now will fit into those grooves on the sides, and those pins right here are going to fit right there. So it's just a matter of getting it lined up properly, and it will snap right in place. You just heard it. Okay, now for the helicopter, using this mechanism, we bring it in, we bring these in, and there's a pin right, or a port right there that this pin will go into. So you just got to kind of maneuver it till it's right, and then you just close this part with a nice squeeze, which usually pops that out. You know you got it right when everything lines up properly and goes in like it was meant to. And it will. It's just not very happy about the prospect. Let's see here. Do I have a spudger handy? Of course I do. This needs to go, see there's a pin right there. It's got to go into that little groove you may not be able to see, but that's what's preventing it from locking in place. And when you get it, it'll snap right in. See how that worked? So looking at it from this perspective, there is a groove right here, or a pin. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me zoom in here. There is a pin right here that's going to go into this groove right here, and then, excuse me, that groove, that pin. So you maneuver it so that this goes in first, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it is doable. And then you can clap, clap, whatever. You can get that to work, and it'll just snap right into place. And here is the helicopter mode for old Springer. You take your piece here, throw a blade in there, throw a blade in there, pop it down right there, and boom, it rotates very freely. I do like that. The instructions then show you take these and put these in right here, and he says bam, now he's all armored up and he can go fly around like a helicopter. Okay, you know what, that works for me. In this mode, he's measuring in at a whopping 7 3/4 approximately. Width-wise, we're looking at 4 3/4. Height-wise, we got to take into account the blade. We're looking at about 2 3/4. So, he's a nice little chunky monkey here, as my wife would say. And yeah, that's what she used to call her kids all the time, chunky monkeys. That's because they were fat. That's alright. It's probably not PC. I may not even be able to get this monetized at this point. It'd be alright. I guess it does roll for whatever that's worth. I guess the next thing to do is going to be size comparisons. Final thoughts wise, this is a Hasbro product. It is most definitely a Hasbro product. The quality, you saw the stress mark that I had on it. I don't think that's ever going to go, I'm sure that's an individual, results will vary. That's what I'm trying to say. However, it is okay. The plastic is exactly what you expect from a Hasbro product, and the playability is good. Nemesis, what are you doing on screen? the hell do you have going on here? It's the final thoughts, Nemesis. You've already had your turn on screen. You don't need to be here. Don't you realize this is 2019? You can't show female robots in these types of positions. It's just something I saw on Beast Wars once. If you ever seen that movie, that time when they made Rhinox evil, there was that time when when Optimus Prime burst through and Airazor was kind of hanging on his leg, and I just think that was I was trying to recreate that scene without actually doing it. Family friendly programming. Do you not understand that term? Nemesis, get off the screen. It's final thoughts. Just get off the screen. I go, yes, I know, you're always watching. Damn it, that's my best line. That's all I have. Why do you have to do it this way? Why do you have to be this way? Why can't you just let me have my moment of glory? Wait, you're not saying anything. Get the hell off the screen. Ah! Sorry, folks. Continuing on, the quality is Hasbro quality, so it's okay. It's not the greatest, but it's alright. The playability, it's not difficult to transform. You just kind of have to get it. You have to be in the right frame of mind, I guess, is what I'm looking at to transform it properly. It's got those weird things that happen, and for me, it's always been about the transformation, so that's okay. You can get him in some nice dynamic poses. He looks okay. The cost, he was 30 bucks. Is he worth 30 bucks? In my humble opinion, and that's all this is a far step above what we got with, say for example, this. It's a far step above this. But I will also add, I think it is a step below this. And if you know this Megatron, then you know what I'm talking about here. This is a good Megatron. I like the transformation. I like how it works. Granted, we're apples to oranges here. He's not a triple changer. He is. What do I say about this, folks? It's decent. It does its job. It does what it's supposed to do for 30 bucks. So for an almost 4-minute final thoughts, should you buy it? If you don't have one, there's a hell of a lot worse that you can buy. I mean, there's a hell of a lot worse that you can buy. Wait, I'm back on screen. What are you doing to me? Thank you folks for watching. Stop! And I will see you at the next review.
Thank you for watching my Papa's channel. Please subscribe and like. Thank you.
Are you tired all the time? Do you run out of energon for no apparent reason? Do other robots laugh at you and call you weakling? Do you feel like there should be more to life than what you are experiencing? Then you should try Vitamin John. It is the world famous Energon supplement. No steroids whatsoever. We all use all natural products. Vitamin John can turn losers like this one. Hey. Poof. Into magnificent specimens like these.
Hey there, big boy. You want to come over and see me sometime?
So try Vitamin John today. Operators are standing by.